Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of our Eador Imperium campaign, sandbox playthrough. And last episode we checked out this province, which was unfortunately a little bit too heavily defended for us, because we would like to get our hands on this iron. This episode we're going to check out the Redwood province. I have not done that without you guys, so it's going to be interesting to see what is defending this one. So let's get our way over there. We actually had some spells loaded in right now, so we should be okay. But you never know how many units are going to be there. It can be very intimidating. Okay. Okay, so this is one of those cases that I mentioned in episode 1 where the computer seems to suggest that it's really easy to win. This should be an easy victory, and it really isn't. The reason for that is because there's eight units. We don't really see the composition. We only see the types of units that are going to be there. So there could be like 5 bowmen and these 3 melee units. But the thing is that this assassin is really tricky. He does a lot of damage and poisons your units. The higher the number of units, the more arrows and the more stamina you're going to use to fight him. And at some point you might actually find yourself without arrows or stamina. Or in some cases, you might actually be overrun by these units. Because these guys, the Brigand, they do 2 moves each turn. And we have a bowman who's basically pretty much... he doesn't do much damage. Especially against these guys here, the assassin and... well... it depends on their levels to see how much range defense they have. So this is really not a clear-cut case of a victory. I do want to try it. We'll really have to be careful. So let's see what we're going to deal with here. Okay, so these guys are really not a major threat. It's really this guy. And he has 4 range defense, which means that our bowman is hardly going to do any damage on this guy. And it's also not a guy that you really want to put your swordsman against, because the swordsman, even though it's normally a rock, the assassin... let me see if I can find that ability. I think it's agility here, yeah. Yeah, see, when they hit, your swordsman doesn't hit back. And I also think they actually ignore parry. Even though this unit is normally kind of like a rock, this assassin really just simply slices right through him. Does a lot of damage and poisons him on top of that. And what we're going to do is, these guys are running at the speed of 2. He's running at the speed of 2. Okay, so what I normally do is I then put myself a little bit in the corner. Let's see what kind of range defense. C3. So my bowman is going to be a disaster with my bowman this. He really has to kind of pick his targets really wisely, because all these guys have range defense. Thief doesn't. So my bowman kind of has to focus on the thieves. Of course, this guy's going to get closer. I also don't really have an area besides here where I have range defense +2. It would be nice if I could park my bowman here in a forest that gives plus ranged defense 2. So he can then pick off those 2 thieves. Yeah, this is honestly not that easy. Because these guys will just come running, but the swordsman is going to take care of those. That's not going to be a problem. But the real issue is this guy. Yeah, so let's try it this way. It is range 5. Okay, 2, 4, 5. So they're quite a ways away, which is fine. Now I have a spell, but I'm not sure. I'm probably going to start shooting. Let's see what kind of spells I have to do. Slow. Do we want to do a slow on anybody? Okay, so if we do a slow on this guy, it's for 4 turns. I can shoot at him. What kind of damage do I do? 5 to 10? Not sure. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, we can move here. Okay, that's basically all for my turn right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the next one, I think he can actually step in this and shoot because he's an elf. Let's see, he's in range. Bowman doesn't do any damage. That's the problem with the bowman, and I keep complaining about it. The crossbowman, basically he has armor piercing, so he has precise shot, kind of, if you can call it that. So he would actually do more damage, but we don't have one of those, and it's fine. Let's see. Do I want to get rid of this guy? Or do I just want to heal through this? Is he standing in a forest? He's standing in a forest. Okay, so we're going to shoot at him. He's just out of range. So in that case, I'm going to shoot at him. We're unfortunately not lucky. 2, 4, 1. And then we'll shoot at my arrow, my bowman. Okay, we're going to do this. Yep. Because right now, this guy hasn't been able to do much. Nothing at all, actually, for 2 turns. So this whole group is going to come. And we need to get rid of these guys. Because they do a lot of damage and they ignore that counterattack that is really part of the swordsman's strength. Oh, he doesn't shoot, okay. But yeah, he's standing in force, so my bowman might not even be able to kill this guy. Got 1 health. Okay, he will kill him. Okay, good. This guy's out of reach, so I'm gonna start shooting at these guys here. This guy's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to be careful because a high level one, this is actually already a level 8 here. You have range 6. And you will find yourself sometimes making a mistake and lose your healer in 1 shot. They have, he can move 2, so he's going to hit him without parry. Is that okay? That is okay. I'm going to put him here. You need to heal anything? No. So far so good. Oh, he's actually blocking the path. Perfect. Well, besides his little range attack, but that's okay. It doesn't do anything. There's a shot. He's not standing in the forest. But this guy is the threat, so we're gonna get rid of him. How much damage? Basically nothing. Let's get rid of that guy. If he walks and shoots, he will hit my healer. No, I'm gonna shoot this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, two, three, four, five. So if I move him back, should I move him back? No, let me leave it this way. Oh, he can reach. Okay. Unpoisoned. That's okay. Now, let me think here. Do you have enough to kill this guy? He might kill him. That's really not convincing. And if I kill him, he can't move and he won't be able to get healed. Unless I heal him with the hero, but I really don't want to do that. Yeah. If I do it this way, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he would move. He has poison, so that is going to do damage. He needs to be healed. Okay. It is going to be risky. But I think he needs to be healed. I'm going to move him here. He should have enough to heal him. Not great. Are you able to do... So we are able to kill him. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And hopefully he should not be able... Well, he has no range defense. He should hopefully not be able to one-shot my healer. We'll see. I think he's gonna go for it. But, okay, so that means that we should be okay now. Okay, how much damage? He's gonna walk 2. Let's see, I can walk him 1 away. Let's shoot. Yeah, tricky. Let's see. I have to think about this one. He has movement 2. I don't think he can walk on the hill and hit him. Otherwise, he can actually hit my healer. Oh, okay. This guy has range defense 5. I'm gonna park him here just to be on the safe side. I think he will survive this. As long as he doesn't hit him 4. Okay, he's not gonna hit him at all. Okay. How much damage does you do? Yeah, the bowman is just Can he kill him? It's tricky, because if he doesn't kill him, he's gonna take damage. Oh boy. Yeah, let's do it this way. We're gonna go for the defensive stance again. Woo! Alright, let's heal up. So he is doing a lot of damage. And he has range 6 now. 2, 4, 5. So. Give him that heal. Fine. There we go. Now should be able to take care of him. The great thing about Word of Life is that it heals over several turns. So he has 2 turns left where he would get heal. That's kind of why I did it. Well, it was ugly, but I think this is still a decent result. We didn't lose anybody, and we got that province with the redwood. So, pretty happy with this. And he got a level in command, which allows us to expand on our army. We're gonna go for the archery again. Yep. Ammo is nice for a bowman. Ooh, we can actually +2 parry for this guy, so that is what is going to put him at 4. And also for the other guy, that's perfect. More parry, the better. Alright. We're really low in that province on the exploring side, so we're going to do that right now. And then we have to go back to repair again. Explore. Elf, dwarf, halfling. This is ranged, this is ranged, and an elf can really hurt. Depends on their levels, I don't see their levels. The dwarf is kind of tanky, of course, but that is something we can easily deal with. We should be okay, as long as my gear doesn't break, because it's be kind of in the red numbers there. Alright, this is decent, so we're gonna put him there. Yeah, we need to heal up our units, of course. I'm gonna move him there, move him there. Does he need healing? Let's see. Can't reach that one. Okay. Let's get it done. Ah, they are low levels. That should be okay. Alright, let's first waste some heals on these guys now, because they want to recuperate from the previous battle. Okay, we're gonna put this one guy there, we're gonna move him there, get up on the hill, move him a little bit closer. Dwarf has 8 ranged defense. That basically means the bowman will do 0 or maybe 1 damage. Yeah, that's the fun part. Can he still heal? Yeah. Okay. Move him here. And move him here. Okay, hopefully the elf will think, hey, I'm gonna shoot at these guys. And, well, hopefully he... Let's see if he has anything. Oh, he has actually 2 precise shots. That means that his range defense of 7 is gonna turn into 5. So... he's probably gonna take 2-3 points of damage. We'll see if he shoots at him. He doesn't. You'll notice that quite a bit, by the way, that the ranged units realize that people are standing in a forest and we're going to avoid them and we're going to shoot at these guys here. They're way more vulnerable, even though he stands in a forest too, but he only has 2 ranged defense, so you really have to be careful with that. So we're going to move slightly back. So I'm actually going to use my magic spark. Oh, that's only 2 damage. That's kind of pointless, isn't it? How far is he? 8. But you can only shoot 5, so he's going to walk here, and then he will be in range. Yeah, this is fine. We'll just wait. Yep, 3, like expected. It's 6. He can move, but he's not a guaranteed kill. So yeah, this... he doesn't do much damage. Okay, let's go. Let's move him back, because now this person is in range. It's range 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's probably going to walk and throw at this guy. And the dwarf is just making 1 step at a time. You should be good here. He doesn't do damage at all. Well, we can shoot just for kicks and fun. 1 point. Just curse him, which lowers his attack and defense. It lowers his defensive values only by 1 if I remember correctly. Let's see. Defense and resistance by 1, so... it's still not enough for this bowman to do some serious damage. I'll walk him back just in case. Let me double check. He doesn't have that forced march, but still, it's not something you want to deal with. So let's see what kind of damage we're going to get. There's that parry. Oh, maybe 1 damage. Do we want to do this? No, we do not want to do this, but yeah, that's fine. There's a parry again. Kind of showcases exactly how I play these guys. Because the dwarf is normally a stronger unit than the swordsman one-on-one. But the dwarf will keep attacking, the swordsman has that high parry rating, they both have +4 now. And we finally get some good loot. Some nice gold here, so that's beneficial. Can actually look and constructing some more buildings. 600 gold. And I keep forgetting about my pop. Oh my god. Built that one. Okay, this guy has to go back either way. Let's give him fair wind. Speeds up his movement a little bit. Let's see what we need. What is this? We don't have horses, but we have redwood. I forgot what. There's a building that gives more income. You would think that for 400 hours that I would kind of know that. No, I can't think of it. Whatever that building is. Pottery is nice, but it requires a workshop. We'll just do this. Then we go to pottery. I normally don't build a granary in the provinces. It's just, I don't know. I don't see the really strength of it. It hardly doesn't give any income as far as I know. Maybe income 1 or something. We also want to get working towards happiness, because we want to get that theater at some point. We're pretty close, actually. Okay, so that's good. Alright, we need to repair. Let's build that one. Let's get repairs going. Wouldn't be the first time that I find myself in a battle having forgotten to repair. And that is very, very painful. Because your hero is basically the main damage dealer here. We don't need it, we sell this off. The Summon Imp, I don't really use it. There's a really nice one that actually allows you to change a unit into a dragon. The moment you get that spell, in many ways the game is over. Because you can change one of your units into a dragon and you can basically kill almost everything off. At least for the mid and early game. And also pretty far into late game with the rest of your army, but it's kind of... It ruins the game. So... Because there's really no resistance, you just change the guy into a dragon. And he changes nicely back at the end of the fight. So you use him again the next time. You just use a healer or something. Okay, let me think here, because I think it's a carpenter. Let me double check here. Construction. You go to the advanced construction mode. Then you look for carpenter. Carpenter. Income from wetwood, redwood is increased by 3, and it allows building a sawmill. So this is really a nice building. Now we cannot really build it. I will put in a spot 4. Go back to the normal mode. Let's see what's needed. Oh, we actually can construct this. Oh, that would be really nice. Because in that case, I'm gonna move him there and move him there. Oh, that's really nice. I didn't think you could build it that early. It shows again what I know or what I don't. Alright. Did we get anything else that we can do? Well, we can get more troops, but I'm not gonna do that. This location, the Thieves Guild, that has bandits, is usually having a negative effect on the province's income. I wonder if I can see that somewhere. Here you go. No, actually, no, it doesn't show. The sites modifier, if you see it on the right bottom, I think that's the one that shows that that location has a 10% negative effect on the income. Or might be actually more. Let me see, what does it say? Sites modifier, minus 90%, but I don't know really how that all adds up. Because I don't think other provinces have that sites modifier. So yeah, that location has a negative impact. So we really want to get rid of that one. Okay, so we repay it. We want to go back there anyways. Let's see if we can tackle that one. There might be some assassins in that fight, and that is kind of tricky. Because sometimes during the game you will actually get messages indicating that the local population is very unhappy about a certain location within that province that has a negative detrimental effect. Let's see, because it actually allows you to build a sawmill. So that is really nice. Kind of weird. It said that I would get income +5 and redwood +2. Wasn't it 22 before I did it? But then again, it is because of this. The modifier, and it literally brought the income from the province from 0 to +1. So if you have the province properly under control, nicely explored, at that moment this gold income is actually really going to start, you know, because right now it only gives us +1, which normally it should be +7 or more, depending on the mood. But hopefully we can tackle that bandits guild or place, whatever it was, bandits lair. Okay, just keep on constructing. Let's go to that thieves guild. Okay, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Oh boy. No, that is definitely not something that we can tackle right now. That is slightly disappointing. We'll just explore the province. In the meantime, I'm gonna keep building my pop. Put this to 27. Okay, perfect. Keep exploring. These are normally not units that, especially on my bowman, and this one's poisons, and this one has a decent range with magic damage, and no, I'm not gonna do it. I think I could have won, but it's just risky. I really want to avoid the whole saves coming, you know, and going back and do it better approach. I don't want to take on unnecessary damage here while I'm exploring, so now I'm gonna I'm gonna be a coward and run away. That always helps. 40 gems. Yeah, we're gonna let it build up a little bit before we construct any more. So right now you're probably thinking, well, it goes really well. We have that first circle, because this is a mountain region, we cannot conquer that. But honestly, it's not going as well as I had hoped, especially because we cannot get rid of this one here. We got a little bit more income, but that Thieves Guild is going to have a really negative effect on this place, and it's not helping. Because the population is barely, well, quiet, and that's because normally it would very likely be happier. Well, this one is also very quiet. They're all actually very quiet. So the theaters are going to be one of our top priorities to get these pubs going. Did I build one already? Nope. Let's put one here. And this one also was out of our reach. I don't remember what was in here, though. That is stupid. I should have written it down. Because, yeah, the bowman doesn't really do much damage. And maybe the best approach is actually to get rid of that one early on and buy a crossbow guy. But then again, you won't have to build a structure for the crossbow guy that's costing gold. And oh, there's another Thieves Guild. Great. Yeah, it's very similar in setup. So we're not going to do it. Okay, this one grew in size. We're only at 21% here, so I'm going to keep exploring there. And starting next episode, I'm probably going to avoid this for you guys, so you don't sit here watching me explore and examine stuff. Yeah. But keep in mind that this is actually the second circle away from the main castle, so that is why these units are a little bit too strong for us. I'm just exploring to get this percentage up so it can actually keep growing without any complaints and difficulties. So I probably will do one more and then move on. That's fine. Wait for new orders. We're going to move on. It's 31. So if I click here... No, that's the wrong one. We have mercenaries, but... kind of hoping that we will get a ferry. A ferry would be so nice for us to get. Or maybe it will actually give us a... Well, the thing with mercenaries is that you pay double the upkeep. So as far as I know, the 7 upkeep is normal standard for him. But the moment you buy a mercenary, that will actually be 14 if I'm not mistaken. And they are more expensive to begin with. I mean, this guy costs 132 compared to 76. And yeah. Okay, so let's see. This one is at 39, is in the red. So we're coming back down. This is one of those random events that is going to cost you money. It's about a fog. Let's see. So you want to hire a team of adventurers, maybe. Because whatever you do, and the outcome has an effect on the happiness of the province. So this is happening in Mermaid Shore, where they are right now quiet. They are okay, I guess. So let's see. This did not have a good outcome. The adventurers basically wasted 200 gold. Okay, so we basically got rid of the foul priests and they went back to okay. But basically we lost 200 gold. That's why you kind of keep that buffer going. Because it can get really painful. Okay, let's get going. Get some advantage. You might notice in the right bottom, if you look right now, that it's actually not red anymore. And the reason for that is that the event actually took population away and brought it back down to 3 blue dots instead of 4. And at that moment, enough is explored for them to grow. So we lost actually income and population on that, besides the 200 gold that I wasted on it. So they grew up again. No, actually, that was not the same province, so it's really my bad. It was actually happening here. But yeah, so they were in the red, I think, if I remember correctly, but I might be wrong, so just disregard what I said. Alright, 47%, we're good. This is actually a large village. Do we have anything else that really needs to be taken care of? This one is going to grow. Takes a little while. You see the blue bar filling up here. Oh, we need to go explore here. I don't think we have fought at all since we... Okay. Okay. We'll get one battle at the end of this episode. Yep, adventurers. So we'll just talk to them. And we'll basically tell them whatever they found, we want to get that, otherwise we'll attack them. Okay. Usually you get an item when you do these fights, and yeah, this should be an easy victory. Knock on wood. Okay, level 4. Range 6, range 5. Okay. Gonna park him here, my bowman, who's very likely gonna be oddly useless again. Yeah. Get these guys going. Get this guy in the middle. Okay. Dwarf has 7 range defense, so yeah. Okay. This guy has 5 range. Okay. I'm just gonna sit down and wait. It's another tactic that you can use, because usually when they walk over these hills they lose stamina. And the stamina actually affects their damage. If you get really low in stamina, then your damage will significantly go down. The damage output, I should say. There's another tactic where you simply sit and wait and let them run over hills. I think dwarves can actually run over hills. They have hills knowledge, so they don't lose any stamina. And when next time they move, you can actually see them. You can actually kill this guy. Next time they move, you can actually see that there's going to be stamina deducted. Not from this guy. Let's see. Yeah, -1. This guy can walk over hills, so that's just like we expected. Yeah, he doesn't. He can hardly do any damage on a halfling, for crying out loud. So might as well shoot. So I do want to get these guys a little bit of activity here, so move the healer back here. You can help out, do 1 damage maybe. Nope. Not what Moody says. Okay, I'm just waiting for this guy. Should have taken the other one. Wait. Okay, he was on 1 move. He has no forced march, so he cannot get to my hero. Oh, there's a healer standing there. Stick with me. Okay, let's move that one. This one is lower level, so I'm gonna try to level him up. And of course the dwarf says I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to walk this way. Okay. So let's see what we get. +1 magic, pathfinding. I don't care about this normally. It's one of my last things that I level up. Hills knowledge is nice. What is this resistance at? 3. Yeah, the self-heal, the moment he's resting, it might become completely useless. The moment his guys get damaged. And besides, it's like 1 or 2 points of the heals. It's completely useless. So this is really nice. Word of Life, we already have that one, so we can sell it. Leather Jacket might be an upgrade. Don't know. But it's 300 gold, so that's really nice. Oh, and yes, we get an additional item. Wow. That's really a nice item. Plus another 200. Those are the best things to encounter adventurers. Unless they really are in a strong group, and sometimes that does happen. Which is kind of hilarious, because usually the groups are really weak. They have like 3 or 4 people. But I've had one fight where it was like, I think they had 10 people or something. And it was really, it was definitely surprising and exciting. But yeah, it was something different. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it here. Next episode I will just record, and I probably will record a longer episode and cut out all the boring pieces of the exploration. I will try to keep as many fights in there as possible. But yeah, after seeing so many barbarians getting killed, I can imagine it's kind of boring to keep watching that. So I will also be honest about the whole saves coming. I will talk about it if I ever do. And don't want people to have the impression that I'm playing a perfect game at this level. Yeah, not that it's high level, but you know what I mean. I thank you for watching again, and hopefully I will catch you guys next time. Have a great day, and be safe out there, okay?